So here it is, Twitchside episode 14, finally. Fell a little bit behind, I'll tell you what. But anyway, the upside and downside and repercussions of Activision Blizzard being bought by Microsoft. It's not a question if that happens. More of a question of what the AAA industry would look like afterwards. Enjoy. Alright, here we are. Twitchside chat episode 14. Yes, it's been 14 weeks that we've been doing this. And I figured I kind of cut close to the bone, the skin, as it were. Talking about if it's a good thing or a bad thing that Microsoft is going to be acquiring Activision Blizzard. All indicators seem to be pointing to yes, but that's not what this is about. This is about if, the good consumer-friendly ecology of Xbox Game Pass says, yes, we now own, Diablo and World of Warcraft and Call of Duty and Overwatch and all that. They're now in our ecosystem. We can put whatever we want on the Game Pass, and then everybody can play, get them addicted, get them that first endorphin hit, and then, jack up the prices or whatever. It makes me leery, to be sure. So, joining us for this chat is Craft Kish. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
We also got Pac-Man here. How you doing, Pac? And I got the guy behind the thumbs and the emotes, Brick. How you doing, man?
Hi. What's up?
Okay, well, that's not very definitive now, is it? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the bells and whistles here. I am going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to slide Discord.
Yo, look at that thumbnail. Holy
I know,
crap.
yeah. Brick is, for those of you who don't know, Brick is the guy behind the thumbs. So, anyway, I posed this thread in my Discord. Can I zoom it up a little bit? Are you serious? I can't increase
Control
it?
Plus, maybe? Control Plus?
It's not working. What?
Maybe you can't.
Oh, that's a little horse shit. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, fine. I'll be the boring talking head.
Oh, wait. It's working for me. That's weird.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's because it's in stream mode. Let's disable that. Nope, that doesn't work for me either.
That's interesting.
Weird. Okay, well,
Yeah,
whatever.
I was able to enlarge mine. Interesting. Okay.
Somebody's got digital Viagra. Anyway,
Hey,
so
man,
basically...
Hey, don't give away my secrets.
Shh. We don't
You
talk
would have
about
to.
that. So the question that I put forward is the upside and downsides of the Activision Blizzard buyout. Now, a lot of people, haven't been doing their due diligence or been blind to it, and that's fine. Sometimes I like to break the fourth wall and see what's going on with the business side of things. A lot like how you can get a lot of your news about the gaming industry from what is it? Angry Joe. Angry Joe has like he pumps out like news, 4 or 5 long ones. But anyway, regardless, the first serious response to my question, the upsides and downsides of the Activision Blizzard buyout, was Lionstrong. Lionstrong pops off with, I actually can't see any downsides to this because, to me, ever since Activision took over Blizzard Entertainment, it's been a very rocky road paved with mediocre content. He misses Chris Metzen's brilliant mind, supported by the old Blizzard team. Activision hasn't done anything good for Blizzard, to be honest. This is my opinion on the matter, and it's totally fair to disagree with it and have another mindset about it. He additionally says, I think that Microsoft can take it back to what it was and also give all the Blizzard franchises a long-need lift back towards its glory days. Bigger budgets and better quality, hopefully, crossing fingers and knocking on wood. Only downside he sees is maybe that the COD Modern Warfare franchise may suffer, but it could also improve. And I responded with, very erudite. This will show up in the stream, as it is now. And I responded with, my take is that the Game Pass ecology, Microsoft, is probably the most consumer-friendly program in the industry for now. However, it could get evil quick after Game Pass dominates the majority of the market share. But the flip side to it is that Bobby Kotick can finally, sink himself on his yacht. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, and a lot of people can actually, probably second this. He's a crappy human, and most of the business decisions that Activision and by association Blizzard has made, like Diablo Immortal, Warcraft 3 remake, the Diablo 2 remake, WoW drama, all the crap that's been going on, in that neck of the woods, it all occurred underneath his watch, which, in my opinion, in my mind anyway, makes him culpable for most of that greedy crap. And then, Lion Strong responds with, Thanks, buddy. I totally agree with you that Bobby Kotick is an illness to Blizzard, and it has for a long time made my heart bleed when I heard Activision Blizzard being mentioned as one. I know what Blizzard Entertainment was before Activision. Jailer Games, he pops off with, never got to experience the greatness of early WoW. He never really liked COD either, then maybe 2 or 3 games out of the 27 that exist. Like the games that mostly nobody else does, like World War II, because I love good realistic war stories. And of course, Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. He also pops off with... I gotta agree with that. I played that. So, hey, Marv, how you doing, sir? We'll get to Black Cell Battle Pass. It's $45 on top of the normal Battle Pass, which is... Yeah, see, that's greedy. That's just milking the people, man. I don't like that. But also, additionally, what Jailer Games, said in Discord is that he really enjoys Spyro, Tony Hawk, and Crash Bandicoot, the OJ games, so they obviously rock. And that's pretty much his knowledge on those two companies. Well, it's all one, really. But I responded with, now there's a thought. Give me an adult Spyro in a game, not a remake, but a revival. I want to see that little tiny purple dragon be like a full-fledged freaking dragon, and you just control them.
That would be awesome.
That would be, yeah, I know, right? But anyway, so yeah, Marv, that's just, ugh. Okay, I see what you see. Now DMZ is paid to win. Activision is destroying COD. Money-hungry mother truckers. Yes, this is true. And I think that's all about Bobby Kotick. Thanks, Brick. So, like, that's my bet. And I wrote a reminder here to remind myself, as it were, about the whole market share thing. Kish, you got
what?
Yeah, there's a market share. It's the whole thing. I swear to God, it'll make sense.
No. I'm sorry. I was wanting your Streamlabs. What the fuck?
Message deleted? No. Yep, they need to fight.
Stop it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I just allowed them. It's fine.
Okay. So weird.
I said bum. Right. Now, on the topic of Bobby Kotick has an insane golden parachute. And they, Activision for all, the board of directors and all that stuff, they have to pay him out the nose. They can't fire him without giving him his severance package. And his severance package is insane. He's got like a mega yacht down there, and I mean, ugh. He is destroying. But yeah, he is. I mean, like he didn't care. I mean, he's getting paid either way, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. But anyway, guys, you got anything to add to that, or thoughts, or feels?
I mean, I feel like Microsoft could take it in a much better way than how it's going now.
Yes.
Like, I've never played too many of the Activision Blizzard games besides Diablo Immortal, and that was just complete trash, in my opinion.
Yeah. So when I popped off in Discord and had that thread, I didn't look at this source, this website here, and I actually seen that Bobby Kotick will actually continue to serve as CEO of Activision Blizzard. Quote, and he and his team will maintain their focus on driving efforts to further strengthen the company's culture and accelerate business growth. Now that, to me, is corporate speak, accelerate business growth. The only way that they can actually track business growth is how much money they're getting. Now, when I mean, I don't mean to step on your toes, Kish, but I have to explain, or not explain, I don't have to explain to a lot of people here, but Diablo Immortal was a huge cash grab, and I cannot believe the amount of people that spent a shit ton of money just to progress their character in that game. And look, I mean, I played the crap out of Diablo 3. I loved it after all the bullshit went away. But they straight up copy pasted all of the artwork from Diablo 3 into Diablo Immortal. It was a low effort thing. And so because of that, I'm kind of holding my breath and managing my expectations for Diablo 4. Everything I've seen about it is pretty dope. But if they're going to accelerate business growth, quote unquote, how are they going to monetize that shit? Because you know they're thinking about it. To me, I think Activision Blizzard, they're basically smashing all the damn freaking glass counters and grabbing all the candy out on the way out the door before Big Daddy Microsoft comes in. So that's
definitely.
Yeah, that's my bit. Marv says he will have to answer to Phil Spencer, and he won't let him continue to rip the life out of COD. Yeah, that is our hope. That is our hope. Yeah, and then Phil Spencer pops off. Players everywhere love Activision Blizzard games, and we believe the creative teams have their best work in front of them. Yeah, their best freaking salvage work. But anyway, together we will build a future where people can play the games they want virtually anywhere they want. Which is actually the vision behind the whole Xbox Game Pass ecology. So, and that's kind of where I'm getting a little creepy vibe because of the whole market share thing. They will bleed everything dry till Microsoft takes over. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. But anyway, before we go to the next slide, let's go ahead and take a look at this freaking waste of human. And it's my opinion, so it's not slander. Anyway, he was born in 1963. He went to the University of Michigan. Little side note, Blizzard actually was shopping around for a buyer, and Blizzard could have been bought by Microsoft as early as 2002, by the way, if I remember my facts right. But yeah, so push partners for changes that he maintains would benefit. 2009, Kodak threatened to stop making games for the PlayStation 3 if Sony did not cut the price of the console. So basically, he's throwing his money around, I guess. Then you got the gender harassment investigation, Goldman Sachs, all that type of stuff. Board memberships. This guy's on a bunch of boards. He's just, there's a lot of controversy. So I think it's pretty plain on what type of guy he is. But anyway, before we get to that slide, let's go to this slide. All right, so Microsoft, I pulled up a timeline here from IGN, and Microsoft announced their intentions to acquire Activision Blizzard as early as January of last year, 2022. And we're going to scroll on down to the point that I want to make. Where is it? Nope, not there. Where is it? No, not there either. Yeah, there it is. December 12th, 2022, Phil Spencer says Sony wants to grow by making Xbox smaller. So Phil Spencer's punching back. He really wants to have, the properties of Activision Blizzard underneath the umbrella of Microsoft. Now, Microsoft has acquired a lot of different companies, Bethesda one of them, being one of them. And as as a side note, I'm really looking forward to Starfield, and that's been confirmed to be an Xbox Day One Game Pass game. So,
ooh, cool.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. You're probably going to need one of the Series Xboxes to play it if you're not on a computer, though. So I wonder if they're going to have an Xbox Game Pass PC version of it, or if I'm going to have to purchase the damn thing and just play it on my computer and stream it. But anyway, so Phil Spencer, his baby is the Game Pass ecology. And what I mean by market share is that if I've been saying this for years, that the Game Pass program is the most consumer friendly program of its kind on the gaming market. You know, I mean, how many times have you razzed your friend Kish about, you know, the whole, you know, pay $1, get 3 months of the Xbox Game Pass?
Oh yeah, I wish somebody would have told us that.
All right. But, you know, I mean, you see the value. You get like 255 games you can download and play for free as long as you pay for that subscription. I mean, there's other...
and have the space.
Yeah, if you have
yeah,
the
but you
space.
can always uninstall them and reinstall the game that you want, and then they're still there for the time being until they get removed.
It was just more of a joke about how massive games are getting now.
Well, games are getting massive, and also as a side note, a lot of these consoles they come out with like a minimum size hard drive, which if you want to expand, you're going to be spending about $200 to $400 just to have.
We're another 500 gigabyte SSD, yeah.
Yeah. So
a terabyte.
I actually kind of sidestepped. I just bought a 2-pack of 4 terabyte Seagates a couple years back, and I just have one plugged into my Xbox. I have another one as a cheap storage option on my computer. Not ideal, but it works. But
yeah.
Anyway, so Phil Spencer saying, "Hey, Sony just wants to make Xbox smaller." Sony sees the writing on the wall. Sony just came out with, you know, the Sony VR, you know, the PlayStation VR 2, whatever the hell you want to call it, and it's just it's a waste of technology and it's dying. And on top of that, you know, other news, you know, we could have covered was Metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg, he laid off more than 30% of his workers because the metaverse is just failing. They're not able to deliver the technology, etc., etc. You know, Kish, you bought a Quest, you're loving it, right? And it was fairly cheap comparatively.
Oh yeah,
right. You know, but yeah, it's just like Sony really doesn't have anything going for it. And as a side note, I really think that Square Enix is going to get bought by Sony because Sony needs to make some moves for sure.
Isn't Sony working on, or they have their own version of Game Pass?
I think they do, but it's not
heard something about that like a year ago or sometime in the last year that they were working on doing that, and then like PC was gonna use that, and so PC would have access to all three or something.
Does Sony
like that.
have? Wait, they have a PlayStation Network, don't they?
Yeah, I guess it might be what it is.
But like, how many titles?
I think they have something now where if you have like the PlayStation Plus, I think they got rid of that, but now if you subscribe to it, you get free games through it. Kind of like the Game Pass, but I don't think you can play them on the PC.
You might not be able to. I don't know. I thought there was something. Well, that's because doesn't PlayStation also use Steam? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus. That's what they have, and they have different membership plans. I just typed it in. Oh, premium extra. Yeah, see, I knew it was fucking tiered. Jesus, excuse my American, but Jesus Christ, man, are you serious? Ubisoft Classics on extra, and then you got the essential, online multiplayer, exclusive discounts, cloud storage, but that's about it for the essential. But the extra, you get more, so you get a game catalog of Ubisoft Classics, and then you get, you know, premium if you experience all of it. Yeah, it's a tiered thing. Now, see, Xbox doesn't have that. They used to have, you know, like Xbox Gold, and then they had Xbox Ultimate, and then they just said, all right, you know what, this is just stupid, and they just lumped everything together, which is fine. But this whole essential, extra, and premium crap that they got is like, oh well, bronze level, gold level, platinum edition, you know, whatever. It's like, oh man.
This just looks like the tiers. If you scroll back down, it's like it just looks like they're giving people options. Like if you want to be able to have that cloud streaming, because I know a lot of people don't care about it, a lot of people don't do it. You don't want to pay for it. So like,
well, yeah, but you can cloud stream, sure, but you're not going to be able to
like
pull
game
from the
trials,
catalog.
like early access to like certain game trials and stuff like that. I can see why they have that set up that way for their premium class members or whatever.
Right.
It's like it's like having any other tiered subscription, whether it's like Hulu or Amazon or whatever there is.
Well, a lot of people don't want tiered subscriptions. They either pay for it to get the benefits or not. You know, I mean, Netflix tried to do something like that, and it failed horribly. But there's other.
Well,
mitigating factors
Netflix
too.
does. I think Netflix does technically have one because you can pay for 2 screens at a time, 4 screens, or something like that. Two,
Yeah.
3, 4 screens, or whatever.
But
So, I mean, they do have one.
It wasn't like that though. At its inception,
You're right. It only used to be 2.
So it's just bullshit. You know, I mean, like everybody's trying to do the stream thing. You know, just like the big game launcher craze that they had a few years back. Everybody had their own game launcher proprietary system where you launched their game from a launcher. Bethesda did it, and they retired that shit fast, quick, in a hurry. But anyway,
Isn't that what BattleNet is? Or what do you mean launcher?
Yeah, it was a standalone launcher. Like if I go here, and these are all the launchers that I have currently. This used to be way more. Like Minecraft had a launcher.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. You launched. EA. I freaking hate EA. I feel I need to hang my head in shame that there's physical. I'm showing evidence that I have an EA launcher and Ubisoft. Honestly, I'm just showing my ass now. But anyway,
Ubisoft, man, Assassin's Creed, come on.
No, absolutely fucking not.
You don't like Assassin's Creed?
Not anymore. Fuck it. No.
Anymore.
No, man. Freaking the last good one, in my opinion, was Black Flag.
Left for dramatic effect. I'm back.
Oh, oh yeah, I turned off
anything like that while he's streaming.
Oh no, I clicked off on disable the stream thing, and I'm like,
oh,
like,
damn it!
I thought it was Bear. But anyway, for just get back on topic here. So it looks like the CMA, which is basically the European version of the Federal Trade Commission or whatever, FTC. They're like, all right, well, I can see how this is going to be okay, whatever. And Japan had already signed off on it. Where did that go? Yeah, Japan approves the acquisition. Now, this is kind of interesting, and one way to look at it, the way I'm looking at it anyway, is that the reason why Japan approved it is because basically Phil Spencer signed an ironclad 10-year deal to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo and Nvidia. And Nvidia's like, bet, we're good. And then they just, all right, make this deal happen, and they leave the room. And Nintendo's like, okay. And then shortly thereafter, Japan says, yeah, we're good with it for the acquisition. Now, Nintendo has been basically stonewalled by not Sony, but by Activision Blizzard for a very long time. And as far as I know, there's not one Call of Duty franchise game that can be played on a Nintendo console. I could be wrong, but that seems to be my bit. But yeah,
I can't think of any.
Yeah, in particular, promise to deliver Call of Duty games to Nintendo gamers with full content parity feels especially ambitious given Nintendo's hardware performance issues. There's also this thing where I saw it. Where'd it go? Oh no, where is it? Because like everything's about timed exclusives, right? Those are console sellers, right? And I don't
not
think...
necessarily just timed exclusives, but exclusives in general.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not going to see Uncharted on an Xbox, on an Xbox console, because that's
but you'll see like when they I forget which Call of Duty it was. I want to say it was Call of Duty Infinite when it first released. It would only work on the next gen console. If you wanted to play the new Call of Duty, you had to buy the next gen console. Originally, I think Halo Infinite was supposed to be the same way, but it got delayed so many times. I was just like, okay, screw it. It's on both new gen consoles now or whatever. So I mean, that's where they get you. Like even Nintendo with long running franchises, look at like Pokemon. They continuously update the games and like, hey, if you want to play the next game, you have to buy the newest console. And that is companies in general.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, like Cyberpunk, which is a game I loved. I played it on a normal Xbox One, and I knew there was going to be problems. And my experience wasn't as bad as a lot of people had. But I knew it was going to be a buggy mess, but I didn't care because it was a new IP. But like that's a game that should have been released only on PC for sure. And even then, the PC copy at release was buggy as shit. My fear, and I'm going to reiterate it now, is that like say everybody's tapping that that digital line, getting their video games off of Xbox Game Pass, and they're like, all right, cool, it's a good deal for now, and then say it's the only game in town, and Microsoft says, you know what, we could probably squeeze $1 more out of each subscription, or they do the tier thing, or they're like, they start increasing prices historically like Netflix did. Where they're like, well, $5 here. Oh, it's a new year, new fiscal year. Let's go ahead and up it more. And by the time you turn around twice, 2 years go by and it's doubled in price. That's, I don't like that idea. It doesn't fill me with a warm fuzzy. Is what I'm saying. And
I don't know if it'll go that way. I think it might just be more games that, or titles, I would say, that are willing to go on Game Pass will introduce more microtransactions. Like look at Overwatch. Overwatch 2 was free.
Don't get me started on
I understand.
Don't pull that cord, man.
The difference being cosmetic versus pay to win shit. I get it. Whatever. But like Overwatch 2, at least the main PvP that everybody plays, is free to play. The only thing you have to buy in there is like optional microtransactions for cosmetics and shit, whatever. You can buy in-game currency for the cosmetics, but you can also earn currency in the game for the cosmetics. So you don't really have to buy it, you just play. The other hand, you look at the PvE that hasn't been released yet. I believe you're gonna have to pay for that. I don't know how much it costs, but that to me that's more like a campaign type of thing. So, in my opinion, multiplayer type stuff that should be free and accessible. If you want like the campaign, the story mode, the other like Call of Duty has like their Black Ops, like their different mission types. Their I can't think of the specific name, but other content that's not just online PvP. That I would probably have a price tag on.
Right. But well, I mean, it's one of those things. And a random thought just now that I thought up was that games are going to be like sold at retail for like $70.
I mean, they already are. Like
yeah.
$60.
Yeah, the prices on them are getting ridiculous.
And the thing is, there's no reason for it to be at $70 if you're getting a digital good, which is a completely different conversation that we can have. Probably next week if we wanted to. But why it doesn't need to be that expensive in my mind.
I think it's just because of how advanced. Like, there's a lot that goes into these games.
Okay, all right.
And the cost of making it.
Okay, well, hang on, Brick.
Insane.
Hang on. All right, sure. Okay, I agree with you. Yes, the games are getting more and more out there. Oh, my son. Yeah, the games are getting way more put into there. It turns into like this huge production where you have a comparable amount of number of staff that puts together a movie. And a game is they're on the same level, right? But if I'm paying $70 for a supposedly finished product, it better work straight out of the goddamn box. And if it doesn't, give me my goddamn money back. Because the way things are working right now, with the economy being the way it is, I don't see a lot of people running out to buy the newest, latest, and greatest. I can guarantee you, if Call of Duty keeps on cranking out the shit every year, same thing with Assassin's Creed, every year, and that price tag goes up to $70, and then on top of that, you got microtransactions or battle pass or cosmetics or whatever, people ain't gonna do it. They're gonna get fatigued. Look at what's that's there's a lot of other stuff going on with Marvel, but their numbers at the box office are going down too. Because people are getting tired of seeing the same shit over and over. That's my point.
Yeah, so. I mean, in reality, the people that are like the COD people that are just like ingrained in the franchise, addicted to it, whatever. They're gonna pay it. It's gonna happen.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Marv, you know, my overlord over at Altered Edge. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he's getting pissed off at Call of Duty too. I mean, I mean,
too.
Yeah,
I 100% am. I was pissed off at Call of Duty when they last Warzone when they added the crap map that everybody hated, and yet I still bought the newest Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. So
well,
I'm guilty of it too.
That's a you problem, man. But then again,
you know, everybody has their niche, man.
Yeah. But anyway, well, that's gonna do it for me. I mean, unless you guys have any other ideas or whatever, this is gonna be a really easy thing for me to edit. So,
I like playing games.
I like playing games too. So there it is, guys. Just a bunch of nerds standing around the table trying to figure out what the AAA gaming industry is gonna look like in the future. Activision Blizzard, owned by Microsoft. If you like this content and you are okay with it, come on over to Twitch. We're going to be doing another Twitchside tonight. Basically talking about the Everything Simulator. If you want to be part of the conversation, definitely come in and say hello. Until next time, stay out of trouble. It's a full-time job, but the pay sucks, but the benefits are worth it.